Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Tatiana Ramirez Rey. My code is 1090436 Intermediate English 2. The angel of the good, the angel of the odds and extravagance. The Angel of the Odd and Extravagance by Edgar Allan Poe Staines. It was a cold November afternoon. He was eating a delicious meal. Sitting alone in the dining room, very comfortable, with his feet and the feeder on elbow on a small table, hat royal. The fire accompanied liquor, spirit, and wine. In the morning, he was reading Leonidas Clover, Epigoniet de Wiki, Pellegrims de Lamartine, Barlos de Columbia, Edinburgh, and all desperate to take the newspaper to read editorials. Los dot to leave women and fugitive apprentices. We dining, understand, and single word. Feeding, and last and sweet of 4 pages in the paragraph that caused my attention stop to read in the very selfing in which to finish reading and ending it a green and angel wiggun green wine. When silent sound and beats in the noted boats are being hammered and filled tooth in for a boon in the my head and sometimes experience a very dry main. But they began to drink and some more light and emptied barren his wits and heavy hands. He began at sea and not very naturally and very nervous. Take it sip, Lafartine, nothing agitation and looking around the room, careful and find the instructor. They continued the strange sound in the room, thinking he was a very drunk. Some sat beside and no description character. His body was a tube on wine or barrel of rum, or sometimes of that character on has a really Falstafian eyes. Indeed, the button to barren with sin to answer all inserted objective lengths. For wake up their hood from the store in the front, two very large buttons with neat straight hands. The creature Emmy rumbling, walking knows the master waiting and established a conversation upon saying, I am Sai. All nervous begun the harsh conversation where all ran excited. Ring of bell. He replied, trying to smile with her lyriums infamous mouth. About this I made us euphoric. I wake up. I put my treat into execution, but the routine jets. Reading across the table very deliberate and easy made and thought on the footing with nip of one the large button. Bootless. He meet, but in the chart which was halfway completed. I am a sailing and sailing loot and me. I am Sai, the rare angel. He nervously and to always touch the angel has wings angel and was the perpentates me and shaking and made you. I am again a rare angel. All enraged. I put looking a cowrie, aggravate assault share that are evaluation and receive the hit of the yesterday. However, my taken is hard scrutiny in occupation. For all a conducted was the demolition a glass protect this cloth in the mantelpiece. As the angel, he says that he shows his sense on the new pews and white and waited, but at times the angel of cool of the odds, filling my glass with color, fruits poured from one of the her hand boots. I observed that these boots had lips in their knees and these leaves singing with shankwires. Your angel and God considered me a small mercy that was genius. Who compressed against humanity time and whose buzzing wall caused and ready accident winds and continual astonish the ship. After an adventure express my using the speed regain his claim. He became very angry, letting staying too quiet to take his own way. I used laid abide in the chair with my eyes closed, and for me, machine racing and Philippines still on the force. But eventually, the angel should say he interpreted is my behavior, the contemplate rose in the terrible passion. Sitting with his funnel falling down over his eyes shoulder, she showed a how of using a Simpson character I didn't understand exactly, and finally made me under the earth and desperate and what I was relief. Having completed my sanctification again and looking on the cloth and why had inclined to believe in the possibilities of rare accidents, where I found that instead of my ordinary 15 or 20 minutes, and jumping examined the clothes, I found that he had stopped running. I arrived too late for my appointment. I nada I different. He said, I call on the office in the morning and applaud. Meanwhile, I can be in the maid with the clothes to examine what I discovered that and one upon the extreme of which had been feeling about the room during the speed the angel of the odds have flown through the broken walls and accommodation. My dreams were terrible, interpreted by vision in the angel of rage. My agon was very excused the leads and walking online and time perceived that rats have space with lights counter on soon. A strong suffocating odor straight my nostril. The house clearing his perceived burning. Within minutes the blaze broken for his violence and an incredulation short time the empty building was holding the flame was sometime than raiment of angel ray or when the pit I sang that you think now has been a leaping wider in the mat to soundly in his hands to in his hits in his head that the heat needs scratching his left shoulder and confine no more combined rabbi makes this permitted barefoot on the ladder. This accident with the loss in my insurance and more serious loss in my eyes. Every time singer in the fight way away from the predisposed serious impression so finally decided to take a wave. There is a rich window was inconsolable in for the loss in her seven husband, and her golden spirit I often the ball in the wall. He waved a reluctant concern my praise. I knelt before her taking the gratuity on adoration. The angel of the boat often to help me. We a cousin that was not riding weight. He examined my distorting eyes with my glances and swing. He informed me that I had a drum and whether drop weight, clear and around my relief. Go to the tuner team. He wrote the angel of the odds in the pronunciation of desert word. He dragged a sharp snake through the wrong whites with it, the relief me. And that when exactly happened to be at my of the house, which during my peregrination had elegantly rebuilt. This happened that I felt announced hailing loads down the white shimmer and went on dinner to regain my rib for the fall and strewn my very thoroughly. I found that about 4 o'clock I stand where I had fallen glow, my head cloud on the hands and stupefied while my feet reached on the ruin on the small table, all stone and among the fragments to different seats, including mixed with a newspaper, some broken words, and the rant boys and young kinshake the Twiggan and Pete soon advanced head he felt the angle of the oath.